The ocean, vast, unforgiving, and home to countless mysteries. One legend has haunted mariners for centuries, the Flying Dutchman. A phantom ship eternally sailing, forever cursed. Imagine finding yourself face to face with this ghostly vessel on a moonless night. Could you survive a night aboard the Flying Dutchman? Many stories describe the Dutchman. Most agree it's a ghostly, decaying ship. It glows with an eerie light. Could this be spectral energy, or just phosphorescent algae clinging to its rotting hull? We'll dive into the theories later, but first, let's set sail into the heart of this enduring maritime legend. The legend of the Flying Dutchman dates back centuries. Some say it originated in 17th-century Dutch maritime lore. Early sightings sent chills down sailors' spines. Whispers of the ghost ship spread like wildfire through port taverns. Sailors told of a ghostly vessel. It appeared suddenly in the distance, often during storms. It vanished just as quickly. These sightings were often seen as bad omens. They foretold disaster for any ship that crossed its path. But where did this cursed ship come from, and who is the tormented soul at its helm? To understand, we need to travel back to the age of exploration. The most famous telling of the Flying Dutchman involves Captain Van Der Decken, a name that has echoed through the annals of maritime lore. A stubborn Dutch captain determined to round the treacherous Cape of Good Hope no matter the cost, even amidst a raging storm that threatened to tear his ship apart. His defiance of the sea angered the elements, provoking the very forces of nature, and some say the devil himself, who took a personal interest in his fate.
I will not yield to the sea. I will conquer it. We will round this cape, storm or no storm. We will not be defeated.
Van Der Decken was cursed for his hubris and defiance. He and his ship were doomed to sail the seas forever, unable to make port, forever lost. Forever a spectral reminder of his hubris and the consequences of challenging the sea. The legend of Van Der Decken spread fear among sailors, a cautionary tale of pride and punishment. The Flying Dutchman became a symbol of the ocean's unpredictable wrath and the supernatural. But are these just stories, mere fabrications of frightened minds, or is there something more to these ghostly sightings, something that defies explanation and continues to haunt the seas? Section 4. Sightings through the ages, from sailors' tales to modern encounters. Centuries passed, and the stories of ghostly ships continued to captivate the imaginations of sailors and land-dwellers alike. The legend of the Flying Dutchman persisted through the ages, becoming a symbol of maritime mystery and fear. Sailors continued to report sightings of this spectral ship, their accounts filled with eerie details and spine-chilling encounters, each tale more chilling than the last, adding layers to the legend and keeping the fear alive. Even seasoned sea captains, with years of experience on the open waters, claimed to have encountered the ghostly vessel, adding credibility to the tales.
One of the most famous accounts comes from Prince George of Wales, who later became King George V. His encounter added a royal touch to the legend. He wrote in his log about a strange red light that appeared on the horizon, a sight that baffled him and his crew. It moved as if it were a ship, gliding silently across the water, defying all logical explanations. This mysterious sighting occurred in 1881, a year that would be remembered in maritime history. Even royalty wasn't immune to the legend, proving that the ghost ship's reach was far and wide.
Modern reports continue to surface, albeit less frequently, but they still capture the imagination of those who hear them. Some claim to have seen a phantom ship, a ghostly apparition that defies the laws of nature. Others report strange lights or anomalies on radar, unexplained blips that vanish as quickly as they appear. Could these be tricks of the light? Optical illusions created by the vast, unpredictable ocean? Or are they echoes of a centuries-old curse, a supernatural phenomenon that continues to haunt the seas to this day?
Section 5. A glimpse into the eerie existence, life or afterlife on the Dutchman. Let's imagine for a moment that the legend is true. What would it be like aboard the Flying Dutchman? The ship is often described as dilapidated. Its sails are torn, the masts are covered in seaweed, a ghostly glow emanates from within. What about the crew? Are they skeletal figures, forever working the rigging and sails, or are they ghostly apparitions, trapped in an endless loop of their final moments. The atmosphere on board would be heavy with despair, the constant sound of wind and waves, the salt spray stinging your face, and the chilling knowledge that there's no escape. Section 6. Fact, fiction, or phantom. Unraveling the mystery of the Flying Dutchman. Skeptics offer explanations for the Flying Dutchman sightings, optical illusions, mirages, and rogue waves. Extreme weather conditions can create strange phenomena at sea.
Fata Morgana, a type of mirage, can make ships appear to float in the air.
Then there are the supernatural explanations. The Flying Dutchman as a cursed ship, a phantom vessel trapped between worlds. Some believe the ship is a beacon. It draws the souls of those lost at sea.
Whatever the explanation, the legend's impact on maritime culture is undeniable. Section 7. Could you outwit a curse? Surviving a night on the high seas, could you survive a night on the Flying Dutchman? This legendary ghost ship is said to be cursed, and those who encounter it are doomed to a fate worse than death. It would take more than just sea legs and a strong stomach. You'd need to muster every ounce of courage and determination. You'd need nerves of steel, the kind that doesn't waver even in the face of the unknown, a refusal to give in to fear. Fear can be your greatest enemy on this haunted voyage, and maybe a little bit of luck. Sometimes luck is the only thing that stands between you and disaster. First, you'd need to find a way to stay sane. The isolation and the eerie silence can be overwhelming. The isolation and eerie atmosphere would play tricks on your mind. You might start seeing things that aren't there. Next, you'd have to avoid any spectral encounters. Ghosts and spirits are said to roam the decks at night. Remember, you're a guest on this ship, a guest in a place where the rules of the living don't apply, and it's best not to anger the permanent residents. Respect their space and their history. Your best bet for survival? Stay calm and think clearly. Find a way to break the curse. Every curse has a key to its undoing. Maybe there's a message to deliver, a message that has been waiting for centuries, or a debt to be paid. Debts that transcend time and space. Of course, escaping a ghostly ship on the open ocean is no easy feat. It requires wit, bravery, and a bit of luck.